design because I didn't really think the math through. So like, unlike the other bonbons I had that went through the giveaway, their neck should only rotate left and right, and his can too. But because it's going to be attached to Funtime Freddy behind me, I decided to go a different method with bonbon, at least this one. And as you can tell, this is now one solid piece that I spray painted, so it's not two pieces like it used to be, just like that piece without the prettiness. And here you have the point, this is a temporary part I built. If I get rid of his body, you'll see that I made space to have two MG90S servos be in the torso, which is, well, hang on a second, it's not safe to grab a baby by its head, but in this instance, let go. There we go. This is, I believe I can do this without a problem. Line the square rod with a square hole. Everything should just slide into place. There we go. And ta-da! Now I can look under the clothes, and you can see down there, you got the two MG90S servos. They use 2 millimeter filler rods to connect to those ball connectors that connect to the net. And like that works, it's just that they're not strong enough. So his head's supposed to be able to hang on, the servos are locked up. So yeah, see how the neck is supposed to go to move and stuff? The issue is, this thing is his head is too heavy for the MG90S servos to hold up. Now I need to redesign this to incorporate these much beefier 25 kilogram servos. Well, technically, the servo down here is from Servo City, a torque servo, which it really doesn't matter. They have a very similar setup. I'm pretty sure I can fit 2 of these to fit those positions so it can control the neck one after the other. Or I can get a smaller, slimmer servo that are at least stronger than the MG90S to make his head go up and down. That should be good there. Now, in terms of Funtime Freddy, this entire setup is jank. So, right now, I have mimic balls inside this crown oil bag, which is acting as counterweight on this side, because the bonbons are so heavy, because I had to use these metal aluminum extrusion rods, because I don't really have an arm setup, just a temporary set to work properly, and yeah, it's very unbalanced. And for his neck, I repainted this, because originally it broke right there, and I don't know what caused it to break, but it just broke. And and so what I did is that instead of just using just plastic like in there, I redesigned it so it just the upper parts, right? The upper part's the same, but the bottom part, you know, this piece right here that holds the bearings in place, that will be replaced by some 3 millimeter thick aluminum sheet metal. The bearings will slide into here and they'll fit snug. But that's the same design that his arms use, these pieces right here. And yeah. So I'll be doing 3 millimeter rods, 3 millimeter screws thread up into this. Now, originally what I was doing is that I would take these things, these little metal servo horns, little guys like this, and instead of doing what I should have been doing, I would put the screw through this side and drill into what I'm doing, but now I'm drilling through the plastic to come at it from this side. And that's the same method being used here. As you can see, the screws are coming up into the plastic, through the plastic to connect the metal servo horn here to attach it. So just a lot easier. Now, I did forget to 3D print a piece that's going to go right here. It's going to have a bearing to keep everything nice and tight. Right now it's fine. So unlike what this is doing now, with being like that, the 3 millimeter screws are going to come up through this part, through, you know, this is just a block out material. Through this plastic cylinder, goes all the way through into the metal servo horn, and that thing, this is a thrust bearing, I think is what it's called. It's called a thrust ball bearing. So, just like how this, where it comes in 3 pieces. I made the connection for this entire part, this top part and the other part that was up there. Whatever. It just goes in the bottom, the balls go in the middle, and then this goes on top. Now, if you press really hard down on this, it still rolls. So, what this does is that the bottom of the bearing fits in this piece, the top of the bearing fits in the other piece, and the balls go in the middle, and when I screw this down, it hinges it all together to make a nice tight fit, and so not only does it so it won't, separate, okay, it won't separate, but it also makes it so that it can still be nice and bally and moving. That's what that moves nice and smooth, keeping everything nice and tight. Now, the reason why there's a gap is that I didn't want the plastic rubbing on the plastic, because I didn't want to trust fully what my printers could dish out, so I didn't feel that confident. Anyway, that's just his neck. And just so I don't worry that ever happening again, I'm going full metal jacket, baby. And I wasn't going to do the same thing with him. I might, because that bearing is a lot bigger than this one. And I might just swap it out with this in the future. But I'll keep everything the same. So the patterns that are underneath this metal part that will be coming in like next week line up with those holes there. So I can just remake the part around that, and everything should still fit together, if I wanted to. Now, what I need to do is I need to set up better cable management, because this is going to control his left arm. That's going to control everything in here. I do need to add more servo connection points, because there's not enough to control everything. But this is going to control everything for his arm and his fingers. And also, it's going to be, I need to make a metal plate I never did, because these connections right here is going to be for the neck. I might actually reprint this and make it wider, just so it's a much more broader connection. But anyway, also, this isn't going to be here in the file, and this isn't going to be in his mouth in the file. I didn't have a place to put it. It's kind of threw it together. I'm pretty sure Bonbon's going to need his own model. His own PCB. Let's see. He's got 2 for the eyes, because they're, use the same port. That's 3 for his jaw, 4 for his neck, 5, 6 for his neck, and then 7 for his cervical, making look left and right. So I don't know. I'll do the math later. But this is not permanent. I just didn't have anything else set up. Also, this saw here is also counterbalancing. So yeah. I still need to get the hand finalized. I found this nice design online to replace using, I forgot what gear type is. Here it is. It's either a worm gear or a screw gear, but the servo will make it so that it spins this way and makes the other axis spin the other way. It's not going to be, one servo per joint on the finger. It's just going to be like a just at the base here. So, yeah, also. Actual engineer. Well, yeah, that is update on Funtime Freddy. He's coming together. I'll reattach the top of his head to this later. I need to take his eyelids off. I need to paint them black and then dry butt brush silver like I did for his endo plates right here. I was thinking, maybe I should put some on those. I'm not doing that. They're just going to be clothed. He's going to have his little nutsack, buck chin, whatever. And yeah. There he is, all in his glory. Look at him. He's about to fall over. It's like, that's my boy. No, my boy. Fall for help. Don't fall over. On top of me.